questions about
All right, you guys ready?
yeah.
Go.
Alright, so now we're over checking out the new navigation from Pioneer, starting with the AVIC
X 940 BT. Don't forget the BT.
BT for Bluetooth.
BT is built-in Bluetooth. But yeah, Bluetooth built-in. This is full navigation system. You can see it's a 5.8-inch screen and maybe a 6.1-inch screen. There's a micro SD card slot right here. You have full navigation system built in, along with all the things that you like with Pioneer Audio, CD, DVD player, a cool iPod interface. Everything works very nicely. What we added on this year to the AVIC X940 BT is advanced app mode. Last year you had a thing called app mode where you could plug in your iPhone and almost anything that you played on your iPhone would supply audio. Some things like Netflix and YouTube would put video on this screen. This year we have a thing called advanced app mode. And advanced app mode gives me almost the same thing as app radio right here. So with my app radio app on my iPhone, that communicates with the radio, and I have the applications from my iPhone right here, including all of the new cool ones like Apeo, like Mix Tracks, and RDO, and a bunch of other ones that we could also download. And here's recommended apps right here that kind of says, hey, there's some other cool stuff out there, why don't you check this out?
Cool. And then that's also going to work for Android, the app mode?
Not on these ones. Android support is just on App Radio 2.
Got it. We'll check that out shortly. One question I wanted to ask you is about the iPod interface.
Okay.
That screen.
Yeah, we'll go back to iPod interface.
If we're just listening to our music and searching for files on the iPod.
Okay.
One of the complaints that I always have personally, because I have one of these in my car, is the search function. So if you're driving down the road and you're searching for something and you're trying to scroll and you accidentally hit it instead of
a little too hard.
Yeah. Have they had any complaints about the interface for this? Because personally, I prefer the iPod interface you guys had one time, where it was almost like you have an iPod on the screen.
I see. Well, I think maybe it's a matter of personal preference. I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. And when we made the touchscreen for this, it's not like the touchscreen on your phone that it's a capacitive screen that's very, very sensitive. But that's kind of on purpose too, because I don't want you to be able to just bump into things and that's what you get. You have to hit the buttons kind of harder in your car so it's not by accident. And so what I always recommend for people to do is to kind of anchor their thumb right here and then just pull things along.
Got it.
And if you do that, you kind of have a better feel for the stuff, and you don't bump things by accident. But really, I got to tell you, I think the iPod interface is really cool because whether you want to search by artist or by album or by song, you just touch that thing, and we'll search by artist by touching the artist name. That opens up that interface. I really like that part of it. And then I also like that you can get your alphabet search over here too. You can just scroll through alphabet and pick what you like. And we're doing alphabet search. If there was an M on there, it would have found it.
Right. Another question for you is, and this comes from one of our readers.
Okay.
Why do
you like this reader though?
I'm not sure.
All right.
I do like his question.
Okay, that's good enough.
Why don't you guys use your own media recorder versus the iPod media recorder for sound quality purposes? I had a reader write in and said, I could just put the same music on my SD card and I'm going to get better sound quality than if I used it on my iPod.
Yeah, the answer has to do with navigation and audio video happening at the same time, all in the same computer. Okay, this is really a computer that sits inside your car. And when we're bringing data in through USB, we have the option of, at least the way this software is written, we have the option of operating the beeps and so forth that happen on the screen with the computer, or we can bring the iPhone data in and decode that with the computer. But then our beeps and so forth, the confirmations that the computer gives you that the buttons happen would be gone. So, or they would be at the same volume as your iPod. And so, in order to separate those two things and break them into two different pieces, we chose to use the iPod's DA converter and bring in an analog signal and use what's left of the computer capacity to generate the confirmations on the screen.
That could probably freeze up the processing as well. right?
It's completely what it's about. It's updating graphics on the screen while you're driving and still having the horsepower to do what you need to do. So we have another VA converter out here. That's why we chose to use it.
One other kind of question that drives me nuts, a little pet peeve. What kind of consumer product testing do you guys do? After you guys design all this stuff, do you get like a study group together, or even like 20 consumers that tell you what they like, what they don't like? Because, for example, I can't tell you how many people hate that little itty bitty tiny clock. It drives me crazy, and my customer's crazy. Do you guys have like study groups to get feedback from people?
Yeah, we definitely do. And when we have our product testing that goes on in the field, there is X amount of things that can be corrected along the way, and some things that don't get corrected along the way. And frankly, it's a matter of engineering manpower that's available to fix a problem or correct a cosmetic look to something, rather than hitting a date to get the product in the field. You know, and realistically, this is about getting product in the field and selling products for us. You know, it's an important part. We want to sell good products that make people happy. We got to pay the bills on time too. So it's a combination of those two things and balancing those two things to get a good product out the door. Is it perfect in every way? It's not. It's not. I like to think it's pretty good.
It is pretty good, but I think it could be a lot better.
Well, I'm taking your notes when we're done. We're gonna make the whole thing better.
All right. These study groups, are they people like within Pioneer that work with them, or you guys actually go out and get consumers, would-be consumers?
We work with people inside Pioneer because we try to keep the public knowledge of products before we release them extremely limited. Okay, but we will take screenshots of products like this and products like this too, like focus groups and things like that, and have people look at it and say, what do you like about this, or what don't you like about this? And then it's a matter of what can we make work within an existing framework. Okay, there's just limitations of what you can do when you have a piece of hardware in place, a platform in place.
I have to say, if you guys did take the time and the money to do that, I think you would outsell 10 million Alpine 100%, because I think they're in the same boat. And when my customers pick, most of my customers pick Pioneer over those brands, but it almost seems like they're set up. And they're always like, oh, I wish I could do this. I wish it was more like that. And so I think if we did do that kind of consumer product testing, you guys would have a lot more of a market share.
Okay,
own it. So,
I think you make an excellent point.
So that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's check out some more stuff.
Now that she's cried on my shoulder, let's get on to the good stuff.